Welcome to another edition of From My Indian Kitchen to Yours. Today I'm going to share with you my all-time favorite dish, fish fry, fish Varuval. And this is a recipe I got from a very special person in my life, Indra Amma. We all love her so dearly. She is the lady who cooks for us whenever we as a family go to Chennai. And she has the most traditional, authentic recipes for seafood because she grew up around Mahabalipuram where you get plenty of fresh seafood. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say I have opsomania for fish. Opsomania means an abnormal love for one particular kind of food, and for me that's fish. The reason for this is I grew up in Andaman Nicobar Islands. It's a group of islands in Bay of Bengal, southeast of India. It's the most beautiful islands you can ever find on earth. My father was in the administration, so sometimes we would be the first family to arrive on the island. And my dad's job was to build the infrastructure, the roads, the hospitals, the schools, and then the families would move in. So until such time, we had to sustain on growing our own food. So we had vegetable garden, there was no livestock, so we pretty much relied for our protein on fish, which sometimes was 4 times a day. So I just know what a fresh fish tastes like. And believe me, there's a world of difference between fresh fish and frozen fish. So when we moved to mainland in India, or when I moved to England and then to United States, I was very, very frustrated that I could not find fresh fish. But I have some good news for you. In San Diego, I'm able to buy the fresh catch of the day from Tuna Dockside Harbor in San Diego. So you're going to come shopping with me, and I'm going to take you and show you the kind of fish that you can actually get here in San Diego. So here I am on a beautiful sunny Saturday morning to do my shopping for fresh fish. I feel safe coming here because everyone wears a mask and they practice social distancing. The market opens at 8 a.m. in the morning. It is a marketplace with stalls selling fresh fish, shrimp and crab caught by local fishermen. I know, and wow, this is I'm so excited to cook this fish. And where did you catch this? It's in the local
This is local waters. It's outside the bay, about 12-15 miles offshore.
Okay.
And these fish live in about anywhere from 600 to 900 feet of water. So they're deep water fish.
And when do you leave to go fishing? Like in the
Typically about 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll go out and spend most of the day out there and then come back in at about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's a big one. I love making my trip to the Tuna Dock Harbor on Saturdays. It's a win-win situation. I get the fresh fish that I need. And in turn, I'm supporting the local fishermen who work so hard to bring the freshness to the table. So it takes an amalgamation of all of those ingredients to make a good marinade for any kind of fish fry. I'm using today around 6 fillets of rockfish that has been cleaned and all the bones have been removed. And rockfish really lends well for a fish fry because it is kind of firm and it's sweet and stays intact even after you shallow fry them on the pan. So the sauce for the marinade is made up of tomatoes. I'm using canned tomatoes diced, 2 tablespoons of concentrated tamarind, around 2 limes squeezed, and I'm going to make a paste of 10 pods of garlic and a nice piece of ginger. There's curry leaves, turmeric, fennel powder. It really adds so much taste and flavor to the dish. And then there's 2 tablespoons of chili powder, coriander powder, salt, and semolina, which I'm going to use to dust on the marinated fish just before I'm going to shallow fry it. To start the marinade, I'm going to start with the tomato juice, and you might want to just smash it a little bit. I'm going to add the tamarind. The reason why we need so many different sour ingredients is all of the sourness has to be infused in the fish. So we are now going to add the lemon juice and the turmeric, the chili powder, the fennel powder, and 2 spoons of coriander powder. It is very, very important for this marinade sauce to have not perfect salt in it, but a little bit more salt, because if you have perfect salt, it's undersalted in the fish itself. So this is an important tip that I learned from Indrama, is make it extra salty, the marinade. So then what you have in the fish is just perfect salt after it's finished, kind of sitting in this sauce for at least 4 hours. There you go. So as simple as that. I'm going to add the salt. I had 2 tablespoons of salt, and I'm going to really test it to see if there is enough. So now we're going to make sure that each of the fillets are nicely covered in this marinade. I'm now adding a little bit of the ginger garlic to the marinade. Make sure we cover everything. Oh, love the smell of garlic and ginger. So it is important to marinate this fish at least for a minimum of 4 hours. You can keep this in the refrigerator for up to 4 days or more. Remember, there's lime juice in it, there's salt, there's chili powder. So all the important ingredients we would use to actually pickle, any of the things, right? So like ceviche is like soaked in lime juice. This is like not going to go bad at all. The longer it marinates, the tastier it is. So the pan is heated up now, and I'm just going to add probably 2 or 3 spoons of oil. You really don't need a lot of oil here because I'm not going to deep fry the fish. I hate the idea of deep frying the fish because you really don't taste the flavor. So the fish fry that we make is actually shallow fried. The oil is heated up. I'm going to add the curry patta just to infuse the flavor of the curry patta into the oil. This is so important to do that when you do the fish fry, is combine it with the karivepille or curry patta. So I'm going to gently place. We don't want to overcrowd the pan because we need room to flip it. So wherever you see it needs a little bit more of the sauce, go ahead without burning your hand, dab it on. And at this point, what I'm going to do is, this is where I'm going to sprinkle or do a little bit of a semolina on top to get that extra crunch. This is again a trick that I learned from Indrama and actually from my sister-in-law too, Anita. Have some patience here. You really need some patience when you shallow-fry the fish. So we only turn it 3 times. So I really wish my viewers were with me in the kitchen. Just the smell of all the ingredients and the curry patta. There you go. Just flip your wrist. Flip your wrist. And how do you know that the fish is done? You know it when they start to split a little bit. I don't know if the camera is able to capture that. You know it's kind of done on that side. There's a saying in Tamil, it goes like this. You spoil the fish by overcooking and you spoil the meat by undercooking. So I really believe in that. It doesn't take a lot to cook a fish because it's so tender. So here is the finished delicious fish varuval or fish fry. Enjoy and don't forget to eat the curry patta. Gosh, it has so much taste in it. I think we really rocked it with the raw fish today. Thank you for being with me. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel from my Indian kitchen to yours. Hope to see you again very, very soon. Take care.